Spike was a little hedgehog. He lived in a cozy burrow under a big oak tree. He had many lovely friends like Rosie the rabbit and Finley the clever fox. But Spike had a secret wish, a very big, exciting wish. Spike loved to watch the birds. They flew high in the blue sky. They swooped and glided. "Oh, I wish I could fly," Spike would sigh, a little puff. His nose twitched with longing. He dreamed of the wind beneath him. He dreamed of seeing the world below. The birds looked so free, so happy. They danced with the fluffy clouds. Every morning Spike would wake. He would scamper to the meadow. Right to the edge he would go. He would look up at the sky. Robins sang their cheerful songs. Swallows darted, quick and light. Spike wiggled his tiny ears. He listened to their happy calls. He wished he could join them there, floating among the white clouds. His good friends Rosie and Finley knew about Spike's big dream. "Flying is for birds, dear Spike," Rosie would say, so gently. She nibbled on a sweet clover. Finley would nod his foxy head. "You have wonderful sharp quills. You can roll into a tight ball." But Spike's heart still yearned for the sky. He longed for that light feeling. Spike was a very determined hedgehog. He would not give up his dream. "If birds can fly, why not me?" he thought with a hopeful heart. So he decided he would try. His very first idea was leaves. He found 2 big, strong oak leaves. He held one carefully in each paw, like green, papery wings they seemed, ready to lift him to the sky. He climbed onto a small rock. It was mossy and a bit damp. It wasn't very high at all, but to Spike it felt like a cliff. He took a very deep hedgehog breath. He wiggled his little black nose. He looked at the big blue sky. "Here I go," he squeaked out loud. He flapped the leaves with all his might. Flap, flap, flap went the green leaves. For a moment, a tiny second, he felt a little tiny lift. Or was it just the gentle wind? He wasn't quite sure at all. But then, plop, down he went. He landed softly on the grass. The leaves fluttered down beside him. He wasn't hurt, just a bit dizzy, and a little bit disappointed too. Rosie and Finley watched nearby. Spike did not cry or fuss. He just shook his sharp quills. He said with a thoughtful frown. Those leaves were not quite right. He looked at the birds flying high. They had proper wings, light and soft, made of feathers, not of leaves. "I need better wings," he declared. He would not be defeated yet. His dream was too important now. Spike's next idea was feathers, lots and lots of soft feathers. He collected them all morning, blue ones from a friendly jay, brown ones from a little sparrow, and one big white swan feather. He tried to stick them on his back. He used sticky sap from a pine. It was a very sticky, messy job. He looked like a feathery ball. He found a slightly taller stump. "These feathers will work," he hoped. He wiggled his nose with excitement. He took an even deeper breath. He pictured himself soaring high, just like the graceful eagles do. He closed his eyes very tight, and then he jumped into the air. He flapped his little arms so fast, hoping the feathers would catch air. But the feathers did not work. Not like real bird wings at all. Instead of flying up so high, Spike did a funny little tumble. Whoosh, then a soft, gentle thump. He landed in a pile of leaves, red, yellow, and brown autumn leaves. The feathers scattered all around. Rosie giggled a soft giggle. Finley chuckled, "Oh dear, Spike." Spike sighed, a long, slow sigh. It came from his little heart. "Flying is harder than it looks," he admitted, quite sadly now. He watched a ladybug nearby. It crawled up a tall blade of grass. It opened its tiny red wings and flew away so easily. Spike felt a little bit sad. Maybe flying wasn't for him. Spike sat quietly by the pond. He watched his reflection there. He saw his quills short and sharp. He saw his small, shiny black eyes and his twitchy, damp little nose. He was not a bird, that was true. He was a hedgehog through and through, and hedgehogs were good at things. Different things than birds, of course. He could roll into a spiky ball. Rosie and Finley came to him. They sat down beside their friend. "You know, Spike," Finley said softly, "you are the best at finding berries, sweet, juicy red berries," Rosie added with a happy nod. "And when we play hide and seek, you hide so well in the bushes. Your quills make good camouflage." Spike listened to his dear friends. That afternoon they played a game, a new game just for Spike. Spike rolled down a grassy hill. Whee! It was so much fun. It felt a bit like flying, just for a moment, fast and free. The wind rushed past his little ears. He giggled and giggled with joy. Rosie and Finley cheered loudly. "Go, Spike, go!" they shouted out. Spike still loved watching birds fly. He still dreamed of the blue sky. But now he also loved being a little hedgehog. He loved his strong, pointy quills, he loved his cozy, warm burrow, and he loved his wonderful friends. He learned that everyone is special, special in their own unique way. He was Spike, the happy hedgehog.